Hello and welcome to another episode of OSRS, and I just realized, to my horror, that I once again placed my mouse on the wrong side of the computer, which of course messes me up big time while having a nice play. Look at this guy, level 27, and he's wearing Mithril. What a noob. I'm wearing Mithril, and I'm only level 15. Get wrecked, scrub, lord. Who deserves to get wrecked. So what I need to do here is I need to get myself a fishing net, and I'm gonna fish. Why am I gonna fish is a big question, and the answer is because fishing is fun. If you don't like fishing, why don't you just, I don't know, choke on, actually don't choke at all. I wish you only good health. So there we go, we're fishing today. If you don't like that I'm fishing, then maybe you should find a better job, alright? A better job other than going around on the internet and saying, "Oh my goodness, Anawultus, wow, I don't like that you know how to fish in RuneScape. I want you to be like this guy here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at him, all fancy and looking like a swag lord, swagzilla, swag mobile, wearing some nice fancy clothing. Look at that. That is an adamant hatchet. Is that adamant? Yep, that is an adamant hatchet. He's walking around. He's got an adamant hatchet. What are you doing, Anawultus? What are you doing? You're not carrying an adamant hatchet around. You're just hanging around with your full mithril, wearing this amulet of strength that doesn't even help you because you actually don't have enough damage on your weapon for it to be useful. What a total noob scrub lord, Anawultus. Why do you keep doing that? And you know what? You know what I say to that? I say, bring it on, man. I don't care, alright? I do care. I do care about you. I care about your well-being. I want you to have a nice life. But of course, if having a nice life compromises your well-being and the grand scheme of things, then of course I hope you don't have a nice life. Not gonna lie there. If having a nice life actually puts you at a disadvantage in the grand scheme of things, you probably shouldn't have a nice life. Just saying. So, and I don't mean that to be mean. Wow. Lel. Wait, is he... Oh no, he attacked the wizard. And he's using the combat triangle too. I'm not getting hit, am I? No, it's some scrub lord. Oh, I can fish for herring now. Oh, look, Anawultus, you can fish for herring. Wow. There we go. There you go. I mean, come on, guy. If you need somebody to save you when you're in Draenor, of all places, then of course you are a noob. All right. All right. July? I don't know. Meopo no to. What language is that? There's only one consonant in every word. And what is... I don't know what this is. Are they speaking... I don't know. I don't know this language. Eat pant sim. What is going on here? Something weird is going on here. I've walked into a strange situation. These individuals are speaking in a language that is unfamiliar to me. And you know what? I'm fine with that. Alright? It's fine. Entrakla bir-ai. Oh snap, bones. I gotta bury those. That's right. You know, I never miss a trick. Never miss a trick. Shalom shalakem. Are they speaking a Semitic language? I don't know. I know Hebrew has shalom. I don't know if it's ever with an E at the end. But there's also the Arabic would be salam or assalam. So it's not Arabic. Is this Syriac? Are they speaking Syrian? I don't know. I'm assuming it's a Semitic language, but if I stop fishing, I can't feel my legs. Join Elf Shadow. Why does this guy want to trade with me? There's no message. There's no message. Some random wants to trade with me. No. Why is Swaggles wanting to trade with me? Alright. Alright, where's this Swaggles? Fine. What is it? What do you want? On second thought, nah. Let's not accept the trade. I don't know what this Swaggles wants, okay? That sounds like a top tier. You ready for this? A top tier name that, to be honest, is very suspicious. It could be anything. It could be something dangerous, something scary. Look at this guy. Man, not the best place for that. I would have chosen some place that's, wait a second. Okay. I got confused. This is something that always confuses me about being in Draenor Village. I always get confused as to the orientation of the north-south in Draenor Village. And trust me, I've spent hours looking at the map, and I know which way is north, but I still get confused. It's kind of weird. I still get confused when I'm in game. So, okay, just to illustrate, I'm going to stop here. Let's look at the map, and what do we have here? So, what we have is Lumbridge. You go along the road, then you turn, and then you turn again, and you're at Draenor Village. But what I think confuses me is perhaps this bend right here. I think that's probably what confuses me. Because of course we know that this is north to south, and then we come north, and then there's a bend. So that makes me think that this is going, the bend here makes me confused, making me think that this is going towards the west, as this path here also is going towards the west. So the path to Draenor Village is of course going west, so along with this, the bend there, that all makes me confused and makes me think that when I'm in Draenor Village that this direction here is north, and that this direction here is east. So I'm thinking that whenever I go down into one of the paths, I'm going south, which is not what's actually happening. So I think it just has to do with this area right here that's confused me, because for a long time, the way I would go to Draenor Village is I would just run along down this path and past the prison, and I'd be there. And going down this path frequently exposed me to this area here, which eventually caused my mind to go entirely senile. Hola, alguien que hable español. Cara jugaba run. Oh, snap. 12 years. Nice. Wait. Anos. That's not años, that's anos. That's interesting. KK eu también jugaba a uns tras fui volta esa semana. PKTS Mobile. Oh snap, mobile game. Man, I still don't have a smartphone nowadays. People look at me and they think, wow, this guy doesn't have a smartphone, and they're a bit surprised and think, yeah, well, I guess some people don't have smartphones. But then people look at me and they realize I don't actually also carry a cell phone around with me, and then they're really weirded out because they realize, man, this guy, what is this guy living in? Is this guy living in the 80s or something? He's got VHS tapes, and I don't know, he plays older video games. And then I just say, well, maybe you should just be more polite and realize that there's more to life than cell phones, and that PC Master Race, PC Master Race. Not gonna lie, PC is obviously the superior gaming platform to any cellular or tablet platform. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's an Android, a Samsung, if it's an Apple. Well, tell me, Apple is just Apple is okay. Maybe I'm not going to say anything about Apple. Please sponsor me. But honestly, PC best gaming platform. Period. No buts about it. Take any console, PC has better functionality, greater customizability, and overall you can get better specs. And there you go. That's the PC Master Race, and I think that's enough of me getting on that, as I am now carrying a lot of shrimp. And let me tell you about shrimp, okay? I don't like shrimp. In real life, I never eat shrimp. I don't eat lobster either. Lobster, that's poor man's food, honestly. No, I'm joking. That's now I'm really getting outdated. Wow, back in the day, remember when lobster was stuff they gave to the poorest of the poor. But nowadays it's, oh my goodness, people are, oh wow, lobster is so expensive. No, I don't like it. Not gonna lie. It's not my favorite. It is not something that I particularly enjoy eating. And you know what? I think that's fine. Yeah, so I'm actually glad that I broke my skiller to get a Defense Prayer Pure, because I think that's actually more unique than an actual skiller, which I think is pretty cool. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Wow, what would really be unique is someone who does something really weird, like go only prayer or only hit points or one of those things. That would be really cool. Or I guess there might be ways to go only certain combat stats without raising hit points, but it's probably kind of difficult. I'm gonna actually walk over here since it's closer to the bank. As moving one tile over is XP waste, clearly, as I am indeed the master, the top kek, the top tier, the top not a dog. I am not a dog. Dogs, okay, whenever you have a dog, it's pretty easy to assert your dominance, okay? Dogs like to serve, it's easy to assert your dominance, and you're done with it. But when you have a cat, that's an entirely different issue, because with a cat, the cat wants to be in charge. So what you have to do is you have to aggressively assert your dominance and make sure your cat understands who's in charge, that who's really the big power here. And I know that some people, they like to cheat the system by declawing their cats, but you know what? That's not cool with me, okay? Don't declaw your cats. Claws are very important. What you need to do is you need to be able to show your cat that you're in charge, that you're the powerful one here, without nerfing the cat, so that the cat knows that even at full power, you can still beat the cat. And then the cat will know that you are the one who's in charge. And then you'll have a much better life. Also, man, I remember back when I was a kid, I had a cat. And somebody's speaking in a language that is not quite comprehensible to me. So I had a cat, and what did I do with that cat? Well, of course, petted the cat, as it was nice to pet cats, and eventually, since it wasn't a fully trained cat, so this is in the early stages of this cat's life. Eventually, I would, of course, get scratches on the face, which I think is actually pretty cool. Just imagine that you're a kid, you're going to school, you got a big scratch across your face, and people think, wow, this guy means serious business. Oh, how did you get that? Oh, you got scratched by your cat. Oh well. Still kind of tough for toughing it out. Not using a bandage, that's kind of tough. And you know what? I agree. I never use bandages because I guess my blood clots well. Not that I get blood clots in my limbs. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I get whenever I get a cut, my blood clots quickly enough that I don't see the need for bandaging up to stop the bleeding. Now, of course, if you're talking about disinfecting the wound, that's a different thing. I might disinfect the wound with some iodine solution, or perhaps some alcohol. You know what? Once I actually used mouthwash, as mouthwash is it's safe to put on the mucous membranes, and they say it kills 99.99% of pathogens, and you know what, that's fine. Or I think that's more with hand sanitizer. Mouthwash is maybe 95%, but still, I had a cut on my foot, and I poured mouthwash over it, and it was fine. So there you go. A little life hack. If you don't have some sort of sanitizer or alcohol or something, you can always use mouthwash if you have mouthwash, and it also depends on the kind. You know what I hate about most types of mouthwash? The thing I hate about most types of mouthwash is that they're sweet. Okay, I don't like sweet mouthwash. I don't like sweet toothpaste. I just think it's not what I want in my mouth. I don't know. Maybe I know that there are many people who are the exact opposite of my opinion, and that's why the industry is that way, where most mouthwashes, toothpaste, many people try to make them as sweet as possible. No, I'm the opposite. That's not what I want. Oh, it's who would have thought? It's Evil Bob. But I don't have a cat speak amulet, so what am I gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna fly like a bird. I'm gonna activate my Mystic Will. Increase my magical attack, of course, with my level 1 magic. I think that will be fine. Or how about some rock skin? No real reason. Man, level 19 is rapid restored. What level am I? Level 16. Okay, not too far off. You know, just oh wait, who's that guy talking to? Is he talking to me? Oh snap, he is talking to me. A lamp and make my wish. Alright. Rub lamp. Let's see. Do I want to advance in my current skill, or do I want just some defense XP so that I can get... okay, let's stop here. Okay. I need to think about this. Which skill is probably the most expensive or difficult to advance out of the free skills? Because I can't do member skills, of course. Well, it doesn't say member skill, but I still can't do it on free world. So, rune crafting is probably the hardest one. Well, maybe, I don't know. The hardest free skill to advance. Hit points. Getting a leg up on hit points would be good, I guess. But out of all these skills, I already have 40 crafting. It's not going to be a problem. I guess I could go for fishing, just because that's what I'm doing right now, but fishing is so easy to train, there's no real point. I might be able to get level 30 defense, but that's also, combat is easy to train as well. I don't really want to level magic right now, so I guess it has to be rune crafting. There's nothing else that I really find that difficult to train out of free skills. It has to be rune crafting. There we go. Unless I can't do it because I haven't done the quest. Yeah, I haven't done the quest. Alright. Alright. So let me go to the bank. And we'll see if I can deposit it in the bank. Because if I can, that'll be pretty good. If I can't, then I'll have to spend it on maybe defense or prayer. I think prayer is probably the harder one to train, so I might as well do prayer. So deposit shrimps, of course. Deposit lamp. Can't deposit. All right. All right. I'll go prayer. Because training prayer is a real chore. I got some prayer XP. Good, nice, 160. That's not too bad, not too good either. But actually, that probably puts me one bone berry away from level 17. So that's actually pretty good. Didn't think it would be too good, but you know what? It's you take what you get. That's how life works. You take what you get. If you don't like it, then you get fired. And you know what? All right, let's get a bit political here. This whole Kavanaugh deal in the American news is real cancer. All right, people on both sides are talking nonstop about it. Just if somebody wants to make an accusation, let them make an accusation. If there's going to be a trial, let there be a trial. If not, just leave the people alone. It's like when a couple of years back, a similar situation happened where there was an endless news cycle about a missing airplane flight. And that also became pretty cancerous because people were just coming in left, right, and center, speculating endlessly about, oh, who was on the plane? Was it a terrorist attack? I don't know. I'm just a pundit on the news show. I don't know what happened. We don't have any additional facts in the last week, but we're still doing news stories every single night on the same topic because there's nothing better to report. Oh, there's nothing better to report. What about the hundreds of people dying around the world from this, that, and the other thing that, oh, wow, you can't be bothered to report because, oh, it's just not, it's not the popular story nowadays. Wow, talk about, I mean, the news isn't fake. It's just, well, it depends on which news place you're going to, but the news in this specific instance I'm talking to isn't fake. It's just empty news, all right? It's when the same story is over-reported and is being talked to death and nobody can be bothered with actually finding something new and interesting to talk about. And it doesn't matter if people don't care. If it's important, then you might as well say it. All right? Because that's what news should be. News should be people telling you about important things that happen. And sometimes that might not be very interesting. But if it's important, then it shouldn't matter whether or not it's interesting. But unfortunately, the business model that a lot of these news companies have really avoids using that type of reasoning when it comes to news stories, and they just select whichever one they think will get them the most ratings. And that's why a lot of people are now switching to alternative news, or they're going online, and a lot of the television news are losing viewers because, number one, many of them are factually incorrect or excessively speculative. Number two, they oftentimes talk the stories that they have to death. And number three, they frequently ignore important events happening around the world in favor or due to the preference of talking about the first two. So yeah, that's my little rant on the news, but not on Huey Lewis, who of course is different and not at all related to what I'm talking about. So, here we go. How much XP? 113. And what is it? What is the next thing I can get? Anchovies. I think I'll probably stay here till maybe level 20. Or maybe I should stay here. I don't know. Because I hear fly fishing is the fastest fishing method, or at least it's one of the fastest methods to train. So what that would mean is I would, of course, fish maybe to 20 and then just catch an endless amount of trout. Then at 30, we're catching trout and salmon. And if I had a higher level, I mean, if I were a member, I might do some hunting and then catch myself a ton of rainbow fish, and then maybe just go to 99 from there. But I don't know. I might mix it up because you know what, endlessly leveling fishing probably doesn't make for the best viewing. Not gonna lie. So anyway, I think this is where I will stop for today. And wait, what's that? Burnt shrimp. No, I'm not taking that. I can't sell that, can I? That's just no. That's not something I want. So anyway, I am dropping all of this shrimp off. 154. That's gonna be some sweet XP when I come around to cooking it. And I have 1,355 feathers in the bank. I might do some combat training later to get more feathers, or I might just buy some. Although I don't have a lot of money, so that might not actually be the best business idea. But you know what? I think it might be worth a try. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Tell me what you thought in the comment section below. If you'd like to collaborate with me, or to on RuneScape or on any other type of video, hit me up. I'll be up to it as long as we're not doing smut. So thank you all for watching, and I will be seeing you all next time on Wiltus over and out.